Hi, welcome to AFTV. I have Pippa with me. Listen, the classic 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal.
Were you happy with the performance?
Questionable. I mean, we got the result. That's what I wanted today. But I wanted a convincing result. It was a good first half. Tomiyasu stood out for me. 2 games in 2 now.
He's been class. He was class.
I don't like to get gassed about players after 1 game, but it's 2 in 2. Burnley away. It's never easy to come here, Turf Moor. And he was clearing everything, every header, every duel, and I was impressed with him. It was one. I think for me, the back line of him and Gabriel were the main 2 for me. That just literally. And of course Ramsdale, you got to put him in there because I mean he turned to a centre back at one point. So again, good with his feet as always and catching everything in the air. But the thing with that is, I have to say I do feel sorry for Leno. I do, because at the end of the game you saw, everyone screaming his name. They've been screaming his name since West Brom.
He stayed out a long time after the game. He was there clapping, taking off his shirt, giving it to fans. He was there for a long time. I think Leno's got.
It's awkward to watch because obviously Ramsdale is lapping it up. Of course, you're going to be happy. Young player, you're probably likely to be Arsenal's number 1 now. Great shout to get into the England squad, like to get a starting position in the England squad, and the fans are screaming your name. You give your shirt away, and then Leno's there. Obviously, all the players come out to thank the fans because we was all clapping them, singing. I don't know how he feels, coming out and hearing that roar of away fans screaming da 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 Ramsdale. I can't tell you the last time I heard a Leno chant. That's why it felt awkward for me just watching him, even though he was clapping. It's unfortunate because obviously he carried us for a season, a couple of seasons ago. But the game's the game. Ramsdale stepped in, done a good job. So
you're going to say it's unfair to throw Leno back in for the North London derby? You just say Ramsdale 100% keeps his spot.
Now, he keeps his spot now. It'll be ridiculous to see him not play after what he did today, after what he did in the last game, after what he did at West Brom. I think it'll be unfair. But at the same time, it's a horrible situation to be in for Arteta because it's unfair for Leno too.
Definitely.
But it's Ramsdale's time now. He's the younger player. He's stepping up to the plate and he's proving.
Yeah, he is. I want to ask you, obviously, last week it was 1-0 at Norwich, 1-0 today. Did you see improvements from the Norwich game, or was it still there's still kind of worrying signs for you or not?
There's still worrying signs. The only improvement I saw was it was a good game. We had our strong squad out, but the thing is for me, we lacked fitness. The physicality is not all the way there. It doesn't look like Premier League fitness to these players. I know a lot of them are just coming back. Partey, who else will just come back? Gabriel. It just doesn't. I don't know if everyone saw, but Thomas Partey was doing this. Asking to come off. Eventually come off for Maitland-Niles, but it's just, and then Smith Rowe substitute off for injury. So we've had to make so many changes due to either lack of fitness, injury, or whatever it is that their players are needing to come off, not because Arteta wants them to come off.
Do you worry about that, Pippa? It's early on in the season. Like they shouldn't be this unfit. They've had pre-season. It's the start of the season. They shouldn't be this unfit.
I worry about that a lot because Brentford away, first game of the season. I know it's all in hindsight, but I really think that we could have got a better result if Gabriel was in that back line from what I saw today. Tomiyasu, those are players that weren't available. They're available now. Thomas Partey wasn't available. He's available now, but clearly not at full fitness.
Do you think Thomas Partey, being a lone defensive midfielder, struggled a little bit? Because remember, you're saying his fitness is not 100%, but he was the lone defensive midfielder there. Do you think he struggles out? Do you think he needs a partner alongside him?
I think he did well today, and he would always need a partner. I think whether he's by himself as the lone, I think he did really well in the formation that we played today up against Burnley. It worked. I mean, we got the result. It wasn't the best performance, but it still worked. But a partnership would always be better to me. Lokonga's so composed on the ball, and he's always playing those forward passes. And he just, I don't know, this composure that he has, I just enjoy watching him play. And I think that partnership will work really well with the 2 of them. But it's all about whether the players will have full fitness. We've got some big games coming up. We've got is it Carabao Cup in the weekend?
Carabao Cup against AFC Wimbledon on Wednesday,
Yeah, we've got the North London derby. These are games that I'm only concerned about this game because the fitness was not all. I've said it so many times. The fitness wasn't all the way there for me.
Okay, now just you spoke about North London derby there. I'm going to end this on that question. How are you feeling after what you've seen in the past 2 wins? People are saying lift off, the start of the season.
I heard people saying, no, our season started against Norwich. No, it didn't. It started against Brentford.
Right.
It didn't start well,
Exactly. So obviously we take on Tottenham next week. How are you feeling right now from what you've seen? Are you confident about that game? Is there things that you want to see change for that game?
I'll be honest with you, as depressing as it sounds, I'm never confident. In recent times anyway. If I told you I was confident in the last 5 minutes of that game, I'd be lying. I was nervous. Throughout this game today, Burnley were knocking on the door from the first half. The amount of opportunities they had in the first half alone, they were knocking on the door. Everything they were winning in the air. Luckily for us, Aaron Ramsdale got to most of it, or Gabriel, or Tomiyasu. But they were, if I said to myself, if they get 5 more opportunities to do this, they're going to score. But we had good defenders in there and a great goalkeeper. But that worries me against a Tottenham. It worries me against other oppositions we have coming up this season. So there's things still to be worried about, but as long as we keep getting results, churning them out. I mean, that's how we did it back in the day, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal. We can have a good weekend. Thank you very much,
No worries, thank you.